Hey everybody, hope you guys doing alright. Excuse me. So, some things I want to get off my chest here. Uh, so first of all, I want to say, in regards to Jennifer Aniston, I'm always gonna be very thankful for, just that sweet gesture. Just being there for me at a hard time in my life. So thank you for that. I'm very appreciative, and 13 gratitude to you and what you did. You've also what I pick up on and what I observe and all these type of things. You have a very sweet soul, and so it's just anytime I have a fondness for sweetness. So I really appreciate that about you, and I hope you continue to perpetuate that sweetness. And I also want to say though, like I was willing to work with like the age difference and all of that. But the main reason why I got started speaking about her was because of her desire, the what she expressed a desire to help out children. And I'm not saying, I don't know, maybe she still does, I'm not sure, but that was over probably close to 2 months. 2 months ago, since I saw that one video that she mentioned a little bit about her wanting to help out the children. And I haven't seen anything since about wanting to help out the children. So, which is fine. I mean, we can all choose to do what we want to do. So that's one thing. And then I also just like the Lola V. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. But like, upon further investigation into that product, I found out some things that I'm just not fond of. Like, I really don't. I have a serious moral issue with selling people stuff that kills their immune system. So especially in a society or a time as today when there's so many sick people, and it's just to make your hair look good. And there's totally other more healthy ways for your hair and for the rest of your body and the planet too, because those products that you're selling, they come from that all that when the human body absorbs that, that also goes through into their body and through their waste into the toilet, into the soil. So it's bad for things in a number of different ways. And then to sell it too is just like, I don't know. So it's just something I'm really not into. And I was a little surprised because I thought with me being so upfront and vocal about being wanting to get away from like actually outlawing things like products like that specifically, and then we're moving more towards an organic future for humanity. I was a little surprised that those type of chemicals and stuff were in there. And just in her and what I perceive to be a particular, perhaps an interest in myself, just knowing what I've shared online, and then her seeing that and still trying to like, whatever with me. So, anyways, like, I'm not judging or anything. We can all do what we want to do, but I got to be honest with my heart, and it's like those are so that stuff. And then also I do still pick up on a little bit of a, and I mean I get it, you're Jennifer Aniston. I mean the whole world knows your name. You have 50 million subscribe or Instagram followers or whatever. You're worth I think over $300 million. So I mean it's very powerful. There's a lot of power there. So I could get why people in that type of situation might have trouble and like trust issues and relating, and just even like learning how to interact with people of my status, with finances and all these type of things. So I could see how you guys might have maybe look down on us as less than at times, which is it's understandable. It's understandable, but I pick up on a little bit of that. So I just got to be honest, and I'm not particularly fond of that either, because I look at all things relatively, pretty. I try to look at things pretty equal. Like even ants and bugs and spiders and all these, things that some people deem as lower than. I have as much respect for them as I do for other human beings. So, but I'm a little different. But that's just me. And like I said, this thing's been going on for over 2 months now, and it's like it still hasn't even reached a point to where like there's no real communications. Like it's just like these little things back and forth online that we do. And I mean, it's one thing to meet, in face to face, person to person, but it's a whole nother. I mean, just communicating with somebody, there's so many different ways to do it with the technology, and to be safe in doing it. Like that's why I'm picking up on a like a trepidation or a fear of of communication, which is fine. We all have fears and stuff, but it's like I'm not gonna It's like what am I feel like I'm just being like waiting around and like I don't know, kind of being dangled and like not I don't know. Part of me doesn't feel like I'm being as appreciated as I'd like to be, because I want somebody that wants to communicate and is there to communicate and has, wants to put the time in to make a place to make that communication happen in whatever way it is. Like it could, it doesn't have to be straight up talk like that, but even just like vocally making videos of expressing yourself and how you feel about things, like getting to know you better would have been cool. I would have been for myself. That would have been something I find a little bit more attractive and just also conducive to a good relationship because communication is key. And I am not the best communicator at all, so I totally acknowledge that. But I am good. When I'm good at expressing myself. I've learned to express myself. You know, I could be better at all. We can always be better at things, but I'm all right expressing myself because I spent a lot of time doing it. Um, so I mean, and I don't even see her really expressing herself other than little tidbits of shows that that she did in the past that are kind of relevant to today. But there's nothing like just being fresh and open and authentic within the moment, like how you're really feeling right now. And another thing too is like makeup. Like I've never been a big fan of makeup, even as a child. Like I used to tell my mom, like, take that makeup off, mom. You look like a clown. Like just like it just makes me feel like when I see somebody with a bunch of makeup on it, like the feeling I get just doesn't sit well with me. Like I just don't like the makeup. I like just seeing how a human being looks without putting all that extra. Now there's levels to it. You can use a little bit of stuff here and there, and the more natural it is, the better, and this and that. And I don't feel like she wears a lot of makeup. So that's one of the reasons why I was so drawn to her, because like out of the levels to shit, like her level of makeup use and like the type of products she used, they looked like they were of a more organic nature than other things. So I was like, all right, maybe I can work with that. But at the end of the day, I also picked up on a feeling like she didn't want me to see her without like makeup on, and it's like I don't know if that's gonna work. I like to see, like, I don't like hiding. I really don't like secrets. I don't like hiding. I don't like deception. I don't like staying in the shadows and lurking or trying to just wait until things look great and then engage. Like no, I want the good and the bad. I want the the ugly, the sweet, everything in between. I don't want that's just me. Like, if you're really gonna make things work and connect with somebody, it can't just be about the good stuff. It's also got to be about the bad stuff. So the fact that I'm also picking up on that vibe, it's just then there's the 17 years difference. And I'll say this too, like as far as like those chemicals and stuff that if you're using the chemical that you're selling, like if you're putting that stuff in your body, in your hair, like especially in your hair is very powerful. And it's like this is one of the problems with females and males too. If you're using hair products that do the same similar things, you guys are killing your electromagnetic capability to the ethers, like your ability to like sense things and to feel things, like sexually too, like just not just, I mean, I say that because that's part of what it is. Like part of me feels like she's missing out on an aspect of her life that she could be experiencing with greater enthusiasm if her body wasn't as clogged up. And so like a lot of these products, they clog us up from feeling the really good and like natural invigorating experiences that the human body was designed to experience with a lot of passion, because they're choosing to put things that are like changing their appearance, essentially putting on an illusion. I mean, it is what it is. Like it's like kind of like putting on a mask. I mean, it's not a complete mask, but you are changing things to make yourself appear a different way than you are naturally without those chemicals. So just heads up for anybody watching this, like the more of those chemicals you put into yourself, the more you're clogging your body up and the more you're damming your ability up to make love. So I do pick up on a little bit of that too. um, but like I said, I do like and I think if she like I'd like to be able to be friends with females, not just have them be like potential like lovers or lovers. I'd like to also, because we're all one human family, man. So like, there's a lot of females out there. There's a lot of males. It's like we should learn how to get used to like, having friends with the opposite sex as well as also having significant others with the opposite sex or whatever your preference may be. So like, I'm down if I do feel like a similar, she's Irish, she's got a lot of goodness, she's done a lot of charity work. So there is a lot that I am, that we have a similarity to and that I feel connected on a soul pattern. Like I feel like she came here, as a number of us did, to help this world out, this dimension out, and fight against these nefarious, quote unquote, evil forces. So from that aspect, I have a lot of, appreciation and attraction, to people of that nature. So like, there's no, I have, you know, I'm down with being friends, with anybody who's like that, but because me and her have I've been speaking about her and I've been picking up on her a lot in spirit. You know, there's reasons for these things. So, you know, I just want to let her know that, you know, I'm always gonna look to her, you know, like I'm, you know, as a friend, you know, and with fondness and with like a you know, kinship type of a manner, if that makes, I mean, that makes sense. So yeah, I'm sorry. I just there's a lot going on here, and some things came to me a few nights ago that I'm gonna continue to talk about. But I just wanted to clear this up and just say some words for Jennifer Aniston if she happens to watch this, and just others too, to just, you know, learn more about me and my story, and you know why I do and say the things that I do. So, all right, I love you guys. Hope you have a good day. Bye.